by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Yeah, the keys to the game today, Tim, are very simple. For Purdue, you have to protect the ball at all costs. On the season, they are -9 on the turnover margin. You cannot win football games that way. And for Indiana, you got to keep Rourke clean. Sacked 9 times in the last 2 outings. Before that, in the first 9 games, they only allow 6 sacks. Keep him clean so that he can drop back and do his business.
Boilers won the toss, deferred. Indiana receives to get us going. Back deep, Keyshawn Williams. Here he comes. And there he goes to the 27-yard line. And here comes Rourke. This MAC attack was outstanding, and he comes from Oakville, Ontario. And what a performer he's been. But he's coming off, as you mentioned, his worst performance of the year, just 8 out of 18, 68 yards in that game. They had some problems with special teams as well. The game looked worse on the scoreboard than they believe it really was, but they hope to atone tonight in their rivalry game with Purdue. Justice Ellison is the setback. Not much against this Boiler defense. Jeffrey Emba there to make the stop. Number 0.
Yeah, Indiana, on their last opportunity out, they just didn't look like the same team offensively. On the defensive side of the ball, they were spectacular. So, up front, that's where it starts. You got to make sure, versus this man-to-man defense, this 5-man front of Purdue, you got to try your best to get to the second level. It's going to be difficult tonight.
Now the weather elements, let's face it, will be an equalizer. Quick slant, it's caught. Complete to Surratt, Elijah Surratt. And the junior from Stafford has a first down.
Yeah, and it's just an RPO. We've seen this from Indiana all season, and Purdue knew exactly what they would get. That RPO opportunity where they have their 5 defensive linemen. They have to make sure that in the back end, those corners are going to have man-to-man covers. They've got to make sure they take that away. They don't do it there.
From the 39, first down. Nice cut. Beautiful penetration there from Antonio Stevens, number 11, senior from Nashville, Tennessee. 3-yard pickup. There's Kurt Signetti. What a job. He brought those nomads from JMU with him. They know how to win.
Yeah, and you know, when he gave that press conference saying, "Google me," everybody looked at him as this arrogant guy. And when we talked to him, he is not an arrogant guy. He is supremely confident. He knew what he was bringing in, and everything he said, he looked like a prophet talking about it.
Well, he worked for Saban for 4 years. That'll humble you. Lawton with a play fake, and the pass is incomplete. Surratt, the intended receiver. And look at those impact transfers that he's brought in. It's just amazing, the number of them.
Yeah, I mean, all these guys have contributed in a big way, and he had to flip this roster. That's the first thing he noticed. He said in that first team meeting, there were a few guys in there, and guess what? They didn't believe, right? They're slumped down in their seats, not really paying attention, and he said he's got to get new blood in here and build a culture, and he's done it very quickly.
Lawton remains the setback. Pressure, down he goes. A delayed blitz off the corner. Nyland Green, the junior from Covington, Georgia, has appeared in just 7 games but has multiple tackles in 5 of them, and that's for a loss of 8.
You've heard of defensive tackle and in stunts. How about a corner and in stunt, right? You're going to go here, and then he's going to come underneath and get to the quarterback right away, and Rourke holds the ball. He has enough time. He doesn't see anybody, and he goes down. Outstanding job by Nyland Green.
So a punt formation. James Evans will do the honors. Andrew Sowinski is back deep in single safety at the 25. Beautiful punt. Backing him up. And you can see it's a little slippery. Indeed slippery. 54 yards, a 6-yard return. And here comes Hudson Card, who, if any young man deserves one final great outing, it's this kid. He had such an opportunity at Texas. He actually did the game that he opened with in 2021 at Texas as the starter. And now here he is at Purdue in a situation where he's probably saying, do I have one great game in me?
Yeah, and I think that he believes that he does. When I was down on the field, I love to see the big smile on his face with this opportunity to play spoiler for Indiana.
Now that pass was out in front of the intended receiver, but a late flag comes down. Shamar Rigby, the intended receiver, D'Angelo Pons was there with him, and he's going to be guilty of the interference, it would appear.
Pass interference. Defense number 5. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, includes an automatic. Down.
Yeah, D'Angelo Pons doesn't like the call. And for Rigby, as a young receiver, you can't run up the sideline. But for Pons, he does kind of get a little handsy with the ball in the air and pushes him out of bounds. I do understand why the flag comes out. But if you're the wide receiver, Shamar Rigby, he'll learn this as he continues to play. You get an out and up, you have to have a split that allows you to run without running up the sideline, because it makes it a very difficult throw for the quarterback.
Out to the 33, first down. Maccabee is the setback. Quick pitch. He's their best player. He's the money guy. He runs right into number 4, the weak side linebacker, Aiden Fisher, after a gain of 4.
Yeah, Aiden Fisher is a tackling machine. Coming into this game, 102 total tackles. That's 3rd in the Big Ten. He gets to the running backs as quickly as anybody, and he's very impressive to watch on film. He's going to be the guy tasked with stopping Maccabee in this running game. For Purdue, they want to run the football. They've got a defensive head coach. He wants to establish the run.
A lot of eyes on Ryan Walters. What's his future going to be? That pass is underneath to Bibber, 82, the tight end, and it goes out incomplete. Mike Bobinski, the athletic director, I asked to speak with him before the game. He chose not to, and that's fine. Mike and I are good friends. I will suggest, though, that I think there will be an announcement of some sort about the future of Walters, who's got a nice package, if indeed his days are done, but my guess is they aren't. Mike hired this young man. He's an outstanding, bright mind, 38 years young. And that pass is incomplete. Max Clare, the tight end, was the intended receiver. The ball was tipped, it appeared. And we'll see where it was as we look above here. It looked as though it was tipped.
It's a miscommunication there. Hudson Card believes he's going to keep going, but I like what 86 Max Clare did. He started to settle down because he saw that red jersey outside. He saw the defender, so he tried to settle in the hole. Things are moving a little fast right now for Hudson Card. If he slows down a bit, he'll be able to complete passes like that and continue the drive.
Crimmins will punt it away. Miles Price is back deep. Fair catch. Oh, he let it bounce. And it gets a good Purdue bounce. 45 yards. Oh, it's snowing outside. And although my voice sounds like it's in pain, I'm not. I'm loving life. I'm in the snow globe with my guys. Hang in there with me, folks. It's going to be a fun night. A little series history, if you will. 126th meeting. Purdue leads the series 77-42-6. The old Oaken Bucket has been here since 1925. West Lafayette, only 116 miles from Bloomington for this in-state rivalry. And my old friend Lee Corso coveted the old Oaken Bucket. And when you talk about the list of great coaches here, and of course, Cignetti is doing unbelievable things in one year. Bill Mallory was a magnificent coach, as was Coach Corso, now 89 years of age. He spent 10 years here, got the first ever bowl victory for Indiana. Quick look in, and it is caught. Omar Cooper out to the 33 for a first down. 19 yards.
This is the beauty of RPO. You get all those guys inside, and then just another slant route with huge cushion by the cornerback number 2, Nyland Green. Purdue, what they're doing is they're having 5 guys on the defensive line, right? The bare front to make sure that they stop the run, but also to make sure those offensive linemen can't get to the second level with their double teams, which is what Indiana loves to do. And their answer is RPO them to death.
Reverse time. Miles Price with a convoy. Mo Omonade, number 92, shoves him out. 22 yards and a first down.
Take a look at the little flip from Rourke here, right? Just nice and smooth, no look, drop back and pass, and it makes the defense look like everybody's coming. Everybody's going into the middle of the line of scrimmage. The reverse is a perfect call. A nice job by Price getting a little bit more than that play should have.
Tyson Lawton. That one almost popped, Devin. Cadron Jenkins, number 4, the linebacker. He needed to make that because if he doesn't, he's on the goalpost.
They get 2 guys around to lead for the run, tackle and guard. They do a nice job of clearing it out and creating a huge cavity.
Rourke, incomplete. Keyshawn Williams, the intended receiver. Kendrick Breedlove, number 10, one of the better corners for Coach Walters in coverage.
You're going to see opportunities like this all day. Purdue loves to play man-to-man coverage. That ball's just a little long. When it's cold and it's snowy, you grip the ball just a little bit tighter, and you got that adrenaline pumping. So Rourke puts it a little bit too far outside. However, he's going to have those opportunities all day because of the man defense that Purdue plays. And right now, it looks like they're going to be in zero coverage. No safety back.
3rd down 4. Allison, first down, just inside the 35. Thieneman, Dylan Thieneman. Boy, you think of great names in the history of Purdue football, and it's the family Thieneman. 11 stops last week in that matchup with the Spartans. His 3rd game of 10-plus tackles in a year, leading the team with 106 a year ago. 6 picks, including 2 against the Hoosiers. Allison running tough between the tackles, gets 5. Emba with the stop.
The linebackers and defensive linemen for Purdue are so aggressive right now, right? They are flying into the line of scrimmage, just giving it everything they've got. The RPO is going to be open down the field if they continue to play with so much aggression up front.
One more time. Here goes Williams. Keyshawn Williams. Another first down. All the way to the 16.
Tim, I just don't know if I've ever seen 2 reverses in one drive, but you're going to see 2 guys coming and not holding the edge. And so Rourke is there to block, but he just doesn't need to. A very nice call by offensive coordinator Mike Shanahan. 2 reverses in one drive. Wow.
You don't see it often.
You don't, but if you have it, call it.
7 plays, 70 yards on this drive so far. Quick pitch to the boundary. Look out! It's Ellison. Out of bounds at the 2. Thieneman saved the touchdown.
Take a look at big number 75, Trey Weddick. See if he got in. He's not in. He stretches out and gives it everything he's got, but that block by number 75, Trey Weddick, was very impressive. He put a guy on the ground. They call that a pancake.
Amazing that they've established a offensive front so quickly. Ellison out of the cat. Touchdown, Indiana.
On the previous play, it was 75. Now take a look at 74. Get around and clear out for his running back on the Wildcat. It's his block that gets him in the end zone. That's an outstanding drive after having to punt the ball away on the previous drive by Indiana.
That was more like Indiana.
Bray Lynch and Trey Weddick, 75 and 74 respectively, having themselves a day on that drive.
Home team gets the early lead, 7-0. What a start for Indiana. 10th touchdown of the year. Ellison out of the Wildcat gets it done for the Hoosiers.
FS1 College Football is sponsored by Hampton by Hilton. Hilton, for the stay. That last drive was really impressive by Indiana, and that was their 35th rushing touchdown this year, just too short of the Hoosier record set in 1998 of 37.
You did that well.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've learned from
the emphasis on for the stay.
For the stay
is really good.
Yeah,
really, really good. Who's been working with you?
Yeah, starts with a T, ends with a Ando. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh boy. A lot of America is really pleased.
Yeah. I agree.
Brando has to defer some tonight. Sawinski out to the 23. All right, crucial for the Boilermakers to atone. Make sure their offense gets Houston Card some success. Some pass completions would certainly help. Hudson Card is a really fine quarterback, but he's going to need his guys.
Yeah, last week he was special, Tim. 26 of 47, 342 yards and a touchdown, and he would have had another one if not for a drop, and not just a drop at the end. There were a bunch of drops on that drive against Michigan State, and he needs to recapture some of that magic to get a win tonight.
Maccabee. And Devin Maccabee gets out for a couple. Hayden Fisher with the stop will give him 3. 2nd and 7. It's more of a wet cold when you think about it, too. It's not just cold, it's wet and cold.
India has those 2 high safeties. They have an opportunity to run the ball here.
Marker looked like a false start.
Prior to the ball being snapped, false start. Offense number 63. 5-yard penalty. It's still 2nd down.
Hartwig, the center. Gus Hartwig. And they actually got Imbo 63 rather than Hartwig 53.
Yeah, he was on his way, right?
Yeah,
He's on his way before the ball was snapped.
2nd down and 12.
This is what Purdue can't do, right? They cannot get in these second and long situations. Indiana goes to 1 high, and it gives them the opportunity to send pressure.
Maccabee on a stretch. Trying to turn it up. And Jalen Walker is right there. Love the way this kid plays. 2nd on the team in tackles.
Yeah, I mean, this defensive line is very aggressive. C.J. West is what really makes this bubble, right? Watch number 8 get through and almost get to Maccabee, but because he makes it bubble around, it allows for the rest of his teammates to get there. He's one of the more athletic defensive linemen, interior defensive linemen in the league.
3rd and 13.
This is what you don't want. Indiana can rush 3 if they like and just play coverage. They do have 1 extra that could make it 4 out here.
Oh, Card nearly turned that one over. Walker, they're going to say he caught it? Yeah, he did.
Quite literally,
wow.
He turned it over, Tim.
Yeah, Jalen Walker. Hands of Velcro.
That's a very nice job there. He started on the line of scrimmage. He was going to be a blitzer, and then he's just in coverage, covering the check down. And what an amazing interception in the snow with one hand for the old Oaken bucket.
Man, that was strong.
You can see Hudson Card's hand get hit while he's trying to throw that ball. However, Tim, the check down was really covered. It still might be an interception if his hand doesn't get hit. Yeah. I don't think he ever saw the defender.
That's one of the better catches by a defensive player I've ever seen. I mean, that was outstanding.
In the snow, Tim.
Yeah,
in the snow.
Rourke tucks it and takes it down to the 15. Now they're going to mark it at the 16.
It's a nice job there by Rourke. He drops back. He doesn't like what he sees. And then he does what I like to say, get in the fight, right? Climb forward. Do not retreat back. Climb forward, get into the fight, and then good things happen. It creates a lane from the run and pick up nice yardage on first down. That's a win for Indiana.
Lawton has checked in at running back. Wrapped up behind the line this time. Will Helt, number 15, sophomore from Carmel, Indiana. Loss of a yard.
Yeah, Will Helt, he's a sophomore, and since he came to campus, 30-plus pounds, right? He's gained 30-plus pounds, and that's why he's such a dynamic player. And I saw 54 tackles as a defensive end. That must be a lot. Well, our research crews, they went and they looked. He's got the most tackles for defensive linemen in the Big Ten.
3rd and 6. Horton in the slot. Rourke, boy, he's resourceful. Runs out of time, and the Boilers wrap him up. 2nd sack. And speaking of big names, the Karlaftis name at Purdue, a big one. Been around a long time, a loss of 11.
They bring 6, and there's just not enough of the Indiana players to block. A nice job by 91, Cole Brevard, of engaging and then getting free and getting right down the middle on Rourke. I'm just telling you, Tim, for a quarterback, guys running right at you down the middle, that's the most difficult thing to deal with because you really have nowhere to go. He does his best, but he can't do enough.
Radicic will try. 46 yards. The attempt. Hooked it. No good. The snap had a lot to do with that miss. Yep, the snap was a bit of a problem, and the sit down, and he hooked it slightly. Just a little too high with it.
And that's his first miss of the year. Our camera guy got a duck. Yeah, you know, we like to go to break with the nice song, Can I Kick It? Yes, you can. Well, he kicked it. He almost hit it. Take a look at our camera guy, Sammer, who, I'm just telling you, Tim, a lesser athlete goes down. How about FS1 Fox? Our people are the best in the business. Great job, Sammer.
Sammer finally out of witness protection.
Oh, yeah.
That sack, though, prior to the kick, cost Radicic his first miss of the year. Maccabee.
Take a look right here, just quickly. Moving inside, looks like number 99, James Carpenter, outstanding job. He doesn't make the play. However, he makes the run bubble back. If you're Purdue, you have to figure out how to secure the line of scrimmage because Maccabee can do nothing if there's guys in the backfield.
A loss of 4. Card got as much as he could and then slid down. Smart move. 1:37 remaining now in the quarter. Indiana by 7. They got away with one after that turnover when you think about it. We found out one thing today. The longer you let an underdog hang in there, the more confident they become.
Yeah, you do not want to let the underdog stick around, especially in a rivalry game. And tonight, That's Purdue is trying to play spoiler for Indiana.
Yeah, they are, no doubt. Maccabee remains the setback. 3rd and 10. Pressure. I don't know if I see anyone. Pressure was coming from Jalen Walker again on the blitz, the middle linebacker.
Anytime you see the safety stacked, you have to be on high alert. Walker comes off the edge, and watch the move he puts on the tackle. Outstanding. He goes down and underneath, boom, underneath, and he makes sure he flushes the quarterback out of the pocket. He has to just burn the football and forces a punt.
Crimmins get it off around his 17. Miles Price awaits at his 30. High end over end. Fair catch. At the 28, a 43-yard boot. Indiana leads by 7. Looking for more when we come back. Are you ready for some Curt Cignetti greatest hits?
I think so.
Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. Listen and enjoy.
I've never taken a back seat to anybody and don't plan on starting now. Purdue sucks.
We're just going to an old stadium to kick somebody's ass.
I know you guys have been waiting for me to say something crazy.
It's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
We're the emerging superpower in college football. Why would I leave?
And you know, I see charisma.
Oh,
I see a
man.
guy that I would love to play for if I was a recruit.
No doubt about it. And you can talk all you want about the scheduling. You know, but you know what? That's not Indiana's fault, not his fault.
Yeah.
They've played who's been in front of them.
Well, with their schedule, everybody still picked them to be bad. Right?
Exactly.
So you can't change now. You can't move the goalposts.
That's right. And this just in to my friends down south. At some point, losses matter.
Oh, yeah.
5-yard gain there for Justice Ellison.
Hey, Tim, take a deep breath. Save your voice. I see where you're going. Just take a deep breath.
Well, you don't have to worry about any on Brando's after the show tonight. I'll tell you that.
Maybe some tweets.
2nd and 5. Rourke, crossing pattern caught. Williams out to midfield and beyond. Right into Purdue territory at the 49. 17 yards.
I love that. I talked about the confidence, right? Getting that confidence, that swagger back. And that's a play that can help Rourke get back to that confidence. They went away from the RPO, and that's not an RPO. That's play action. A nice job of clearing out and having a guy coming across. The swagger, the confidence. They've got to get it back. Their fans have got it, and we'll be back to show you if they can retain it.
Would you like to just do my job too tonight?
I don't see why not.
We welcome you back. 7-0 as we start the second, and with more on the aforementioned Curt Cignetti, here's Josh R. Sims.
Well, Tim, you spoke about the fact that Curt Cignetti worked under Nick Saban for 4 years. Well, Cignetti is big on setting the message, and he told us that's something he got from Nick Saban. He said every week you have to set the message, set the expectation for the team, for the guys all in the locker room to get on the same page. That message this week was all about refocusing, the first time they've had to do that all season long, but we're seeing it out here tonight, guys.
What I really love about him is he is the voice of the program, which is what Nick Saban was. But he does allow his coordinators to talk to the game callers. This pass is incomplete. Miles Price, the intended receiver, well defended. Ball hung up just a little bit. And it's 2nd and 10. Nyland Green, the intended.
This is a really nice job by Nyland Green. He's down here, right? He's a corner right now, but he's going to go back and play the half, right? He's going to be the half player. And then he reads that the middle is wide open versus cover 2, so he flies over to make that play. Outstanding job by Nyland Green, showing his true range and speed in the back end.
Great recovery, no doubt about it. Ellison, the setback. 2nd down. Quick out. Caught. Horton, the tight end. Stays on his feet and rumbles ahead for a 1st down. Thieneman got him there. Got him to the ground after a gain of a baker's dozen.
That time they catch Purdue in man-to-man coverage, but the guy covering him is 31 in white that you see on your screen, but he is way back. Outstanding job by Rourke, recognizing what they have, knowing that he'll have an open guy because of the distance Tinneman has to travel.
Nice read. And that time, Surratt brought it in. They're going to rule it a catch right at the 26-yard line.
Man, that's an impressive catch, too. He slides down and makes, outstanding. Yeah. Outstanding. He gets his hands underneath that ball. I would love for them to take another look.
Wow.
From my view, those are his hands that the ball bounces off of. Outstanding job by Surratt. They have to take a look at this.
Yeah, that's a catch.
The ruling on the field was an incomplete pass. That play is under further review.
Take a look at Rourke here. He's a little hobbled. The back runs into him, and that's the risk that you have with the RPO. Where the running back is running a run play. He thinks that he's getting the ball, and you need to clear that back so you can make sure you make the throw. A little bit of an awkward throw, but he looks fine.
Yeah, I thought at first it might be his hand. It was actually the recurring right knee. And there's no doubt in my mind.
That is perfect, Tim.
That's
exactly what you teach. You have to get those elbows together, get your hands underneath the ball. So when it bounces, of course, he's got those white gloves on. It looks like it hits the ground, but I think it bounces off of his hands for a catch.
Tom Herbert is our replay official and taking a long look at this.
I think there's enough there.
Yep. I do too.
All right, now, Mike. It's snowing.
I don't see the ball hitting the ground there.
Yeah.
White.
Mike, you see what we're seeing? I think it's going to be a catch.
And I think I just heard what he was saying, that he didn't see the ball hitting the ground. And
I think we got the answer, don't we?
And you were right, hands underneath, elbows, but it does get in between the elbows and goes down and hits the ground, then yes, it would be incomplete, but I don't certainly see that. So to
Mike,
me, I lean right into the catch.
And you got to be happy, Mike. I've got very little to add to that.
Well, and you and I have to tell you, I've got about the same voice left that you do, Tim. So I'm not sure how long we're going to make it.
Guys, I've got enough voice for all of us.
Yes, you do.
We're good to go.
I got the right analyst with me, Mike. I do.
You certainly do. Certainly do.
Mike Pereira.
After further review, the wide receiver has hands underneath the football.
Yes, he did.
The football did not touch the ground. It is a catch. The ball be placed at the 25.5-yard line, and that results in a first down.
All right, now, Tim, I want to be coached up here. I know I jumped out there super fast. I was very aggressive. Should I maybe have tiptoed just a little bit?
No, not at all.
Go right out there.
Speak in absolutes.
Absolutes.
Now,
until proven wrong.
And then you've got plausible deniability.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you, Coach.
Every announcer always has plausible deniability.
You got man-to-man coverage. He's got an opportunity. He's probably going to get pressure from the boundary.
On first down. Oh, beautiful look into Surratt. Elijah Surratt near the first down. Might be a yard shy. See if they move the sticks. Looks like they will. They're going to give him forward progress to the 14.
Linebackers vacate. The area you want to get to is right there behind the referee. They vacate, put that ball right where they left from. A perfect throw by Curtis Rourke.
Gain of 12. Well, 12 personnel, 2 tight ends now in the game, and they shift. Always some eye candy in this offense of Mike Shanahan. And we've got pre-snap flag.
False start. Offense number 48. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
James Bamba, one of those 2 tight ends in that 12 personnel package. And you'll see him in the slot. Moves a little too quickly.
Yeah, and he's not even moving to start his play. He's moving to get on the line of scrimmage, and the ball just snapped really quickly. I would put that more on the quarterback. Make sure your guys are set there in position because he doesn't want it to be an illegal formation.
Rourke now has 71 yards. That's 3 more than he had in his last game in passing yards. Little bubble screen that's well read by Purdue. Williams had it. Antonio Stevens swallowed him up, number 11 in white.
That's man-to-man coverage. It's the perfect coverage versus this. He doesn't get blocked, so he's able to get right underneath it. He's not the most dangerous. He's not the guy that gets blocked, so he goes and makes the play. Outstanding job there by Stevens.
Second down and 18.
When you get down the red zone, Purdue plays an even higher percentage of man-to-man coverage.
Horton in motion. And they look that way. It is Horton. Gets back to near the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage. Alessandro with the stop. Botris Alessandro, number 19.
And it looks like Rourke is fine. A nice outside throw, right? He's trying to attack because they went from that man coverage and went to cover 3. However, a nice job of Stevens to get out there and take away that easy throw, but he doesn't make the play and allows the tight end to get a few more yards.
See, you're living the dream tonight. You really are, because in my position, I'm now having to become a minimalist, which means
I'm in there.
Less from me, more from you.
That's right.
So it all works out.
I know you've been really wanting me to say more the whole time. I've just been I need to be more boisterous, right? I need to just take over some, you know?
Yeah, we've got a timeout by Purdue. I'm channeling my inner Ray Scott for those of you that have been around as long as me.
Again, you know, you do it all the time. I have no idea who Ray Scott is, but I appreciate him.
Well, let me put it this way. Ray Scott taught Pat Summerall how to do play-by-play.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Timeout.
Ryan Walters was forced to take that timeout because they had 12 guys on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that's the 12th defender. That's going to be a penalty, so I want to make sure they get everything in order on this third down so that they can try to hold Indiana to a field goal.
Big sequence here when you think about it. For Purdue defensively.
Could be pressure there.
3rd and 10.
Zero coverage, and I think Rourke sees it, right? That's the game of chess. He sees it as zero coverage, so he goes to a new look.
Blitz, right up the middle, and they picked it up. Touchdown, Keyshawn Williams. Throw it where they ain't, and he did.
Outstanding job by the veteran quarterback, Curtis Rourke. Remember that confidence I talked about? He's getting it back. Recognize what they're trying to do to you. You can see that there's going to be a zero blitz. Everybody's coming. Well, the vacancy is in the back. You send the guy to the middle, and then you drive it on his chest for a touchdown.
Veteran play, no doubt about it.
That's what you get when you get an older quarterback.
Yep. Been there, done that. Well, tell me guys from the MAC can't come into the Big Ten and deliver 101 yards on the half. 75% completion percentage for Rourke.
What an impressive scoring drive. 9 plays, 71 yards, 4 minutes and 13 seconds. But how about an older quarterback that recognizes coverage? He sees that you've got Thieneman being very nosy, and he's probably coming, right? So what does he do? He starts to change the play and get to a winner where he sends a guy to the open area. Outstanding job. He even changes the formation. That is next-level quarterbacking, and that's why NFL scouts are really looking to say, Rourke can be a guy for my football team. Outstanding job by him, understanding what's going on, seeing the play clock, knowing he has enough time, and throwing a touchdown.
All he needed was a bigger platform, and he got it. And when you think, he's just been amazing what he's done here.
Yeah, number 5, Keyshawn Williams. That's his first touchdown catch since week 6 versus Northwestern. And Tim, I said it in the open, that confidence, that swagger, they've got to get it back. It looks like they've got it back.
No doubt. Sawinski, look out. Out to the 43. Great return.
That's a nice job by Sawinski. Usually you see a fair catch, but he's like, no, this is for the old Oregon bucket. I need to make a splash for my team, and he gets on the outside. Oh, and the kicker gets him to the ground.
Best field position by far that they've had to open a series. Now it's up to Hudson Card to find a way to make a play.
Yeah, and like I talked about, Indiana on offense, they're starting to find their groove. So for Hudson Card, this is a big drive. He's got to find a way to go get points.
You got to figure you're going to have to score a lot to win this game. Merriweather has checked in at running back, number 3. Jaheim Merriweather. Pushed back very aggressively. Carr and Burris Jr., 92 and 41, collaborate.
Take a look at Linnell Carr Jr. make this play. Outstanding job, right? First he goes out, and then he comes underneath to stop this play from cutting back with help from the inside from number 92, Marcus Burris Jr.
2nd and 10. Card to Merriweather. Nothing doing. Walker, who's been very effective. Number 2, the senior from Richmond, Virginia. All over him. And again, they're behind the sticks, Devin. Another loss of a yard, 3rd and 11.
Yeah, and a guy that you want to get the ball to here on 3rd down, number 7, Jamal Edrin. 0 targets to this point in the game. He's a big piece of what Hudson Carr loves to do on not only 3rd down, but any down. He's their best receiving target. He's going to be lined up in the slot.
How about this crowd, huh? My goodness. 9 total yards for Purdue. Card in trouble. Crossing pattern is complete to Clare, but he's chopped down at the 45. They may have to consider going for this.
I don't see why they wouldn't. Right, give it a shot. You cut the distance down in half, but they're going to send out the punting unit. A nice job of Hudson Card just trying to get some of it. But how about the tackle from number 12, Terry Jones Jr., the 5th-year senior from Baltimore, Maryland?
You know, it may sound early to be doing that or suggesting it, but
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
However, you don't want to not get it and give easy field position to Indiana, but it's starting to creep towards that stage in the game where Indiana's finding their groove on offense. It's hard to stop them. You want to make sure you sustain drives.
I get it, though. He's a defensive-minded head coach. Cummins will punt it away. End over end. See if it gets a Purdue roll, and it does. Big time. That's why he decided to punt.
And that's why we're up here. Because he knows his punter is going to boot it 54 yards down to the 1-yard line.
Look out, marker down. May have to do it again. Let's see. Conversation between the headlinesman and Jeff Cervinsky.
During the kick, holding return team number 0. That penalty is enforced half the distance of the goal line. Indiana football,
just got better.
1st down and 10.
So it's going to go from 1 to half?
Yeah. How about that? 9 minutes left. Yeah, I think Ryan Walters knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah. What a great punt. FS1 College Football is sponsored by Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the stay.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
I do that. I like that. That's good. It's good.
With emphasis, too. I like it.
You taught me that.
Justin Ellison, by the way, and Tyson, think about this, all right? They are the first set of running backs in Indiana history with 10-plus rushing scores in the same season. First ever. Lawson in the backfield now, play fake. And on that quick slant, Surratt has it up to near the 10, not quite the 10-yard line.
It's almost like we're watching the same play over and over. Linebackers vacate. You're going to bring a slant coming into your screen from the left. Outstanding job again by Rourke, watching those linebackers and then snapping his eyes and putting it on the chest of his wide receiver versus tight man coverage.
So 2nd down and 1. Lawton, the redshirt senior from Staten Island, New York. Got those quick, choppy steps that always help in these conditions Out to the 14, Hudson Miller, number 40, the linebacker with the tackle.
And that's a really good job of Hudson Miller remaining calm and staying in that alley, right? He came down as the alley player. He's right there to make sure that that play cannot go any further than it should.
And the poise and presence of Rourke really shows up in this Indiana offense. Lawton trying to cut it back up. Got it to the 15, maybe the 16-yard line. Antonio Stevens, number 11, with the tackle, the senior from Nashville, Tennessee.
It's a really good job by Stevens, right? This is where he starts. This play is tackled at only 2 yards. He comes from that far away and makes sure he gets the running back down to the ground. Outstanding job of showing his ability to run.
Well, what an incredible day it's been, rivalry weekend. On 2nd and 8. Look out, he's wide open. Surratt, Elijah. Oh, Elijah, touchdown.
A really nice job of going dig route and then seeing your quarterback is moving and then start to make a way. He goes on the dig route and then he sees his quarterback start to create, so he starts to create. He catches the ball and he gets down the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him for a touchdown.
Well, that's the reason we brought up you might want to go for it on 4th and 5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now that I think about it again, right?
Hey, Tim, what was that C word I used for Indiana?
I believe, yeah. Confidence.
Confidence.
Yep.
Confidence, poise, swagger. Watch him. He sees there's nobody downfield. He doesn't like it. He starts to move. He starts to create. Yep. And then he lays that ball perfectly, an easy catch for Surratt. You just love a wide receiver. As a quarterback, you love when your wide receivers, they see you in trouble, they see you create, and they start to get creative. Surratt does a perfect job. That's exactly what you want when you're scrambling.
You know, if not for getting banged up and then that really poor performance that Indiana had against Ohio State, Rourke at midseason had a lot of run. You know, Heisman talk was beginning to pop up. He may not be in New York, but he's an old man river for college football, and they're going to get to the postseason, okay? And that presence, that poise will really come in handy there. Of course,
I couldn't agree more. And how about Surratt today already? 5 catches, 126 yards, most ever in a single half, and he's got 61 yards after the catch. And the reason he had 61 yards after the catch, Tim, is because Curtis Rourke is throwing balls that are very catchable, and you can catch and run. The placement has been impeccable tonight.
Been a big day, as I mentioned. I mean, a big day, and a lot of upsets. Mike Hill is going to tell us what's coming up on the State Farm Halftime Show. Mike?
Coming up on the State Farm Halftime, Miami goes down, but are they out of the college football playoffs? Michigan and Ohio State's intensity spills over the postgame. Plus, Texas and Texas A&M battle for a spot in the SEC title game. Tim and Devin, how do you do? Now back to you. It's chaos, baby.
Let me give it to him.
Yeah.
How do you do?
Thank you.
Yeah, I got you covered.
You do a hell of a Brando.
I do a decent Brando. It's been 15 straight weeks, partner.
Yeah. We started week 0.
I'm basically on Brando at this point.
Yes, you are. Ebony Timmy B. Well, a curl pattern missed by Claire. Had a chance at it around the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he did have a chance. He got his eyes on it initially, but he starts to turn and try to make a play without the ball secured. You can see it's a good pass right there in his hands. He starts to look around, but the ball is not secured just yet. Usually for Indiana, they turn that into a turnover. Lucky for Purdue that it wasn't.
Boilers absolutely have got to get something done here. Maccabee's been a non-factor. He's their best player. Hard in trouble. Dumps it off. And once again, it's Claire. This time he reels it in, gets out to the 32. Gain of 7.
It's a really nice job by Hudson Card to create a third down and more manageable, right? Put the team in position to pick up a first down because like I talked to on the previous drive, and with the reason I suggested going for it on 3rd and 5 is because you have to sustain drives. Indiana's confidence is growing with every single throw that Rourke makes. You have to find a way to get the first down here.
Oh, that was almost a pick 6. Almost a pick 6. Maccabee, the intended receiver, Aiden Fisher, almost took that one to the house.
Yeah, Aiden Fisher's, he's usually a tackling machine there, but you can see Maccabee falls to the ground on his way to the pattern, and you got 2 guys in the area. Oh, my goodness, that was almost an amazing one-hand catch by the tackling machine, the linebacker, number 4, Aiden Fisher.
Now think about it. Clemson and Miami both lose. They'll be talking about this at halftime. I mean, they're going to have a lot to talk about. You see the flag coming down. Pre-snap.
Prior to the call being snapped, false start. Offense number 40, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down. Game clock operator.
You know, we touched on this. Ryan Walters began calling the plays offensively in the Oregon game, prior to the Oregon game, and he's had some help, obviously, from Jason Simmons, the former high school coach, came over from Miami of Ohio. And the bottom line is, you're talking about a defensive coach that's had his mind on offense, and right now they're up against it. They absolutely have to figure something out at the break.
Yeah, when we talked to Simmons this week, he said, we can make a lot of people forget about a lot of things if they get this one. And right now, they are not on the right track.
Fair catch by Price. And let's go down to Josh Sims.
Well, guys, it's important to note the way we're seeing Curtis Rourke play. Remember, he broke his thumb earlier this season to get surgery. He only ended up missing a game. Said he saw his eyes flash before his eyes and the season flash before his eyes during that injury, but he was so determined to get back. Well, right now he said that thumb, not quite 100%, but it's 95%. He says when he's out there playing, it's an afterthought at this point. Certainly looks like an afterthought out there tonight.
Yeah.
Tim, I'm just telling you, if that's a 95% thumb, then the rest of the country doesn't want to see 100 because it's cold down there. I'm just telling you, the ball is coming from the ground, snow on it, it's heavy as a brick, and he's throwing outstanding passes.
I'd say the surgery went well.
Decent.
Ellison. And Ellison gets it out to the 34. Yanni Karloftis with the tackle. So 2nd down and 5 coming up. By the way, that 84-yard Surratt catch was IU's longest play of the season, 5th longest touchdown in IU history. And another quick out to Omar Cooper, his first target, the redshirt sophomore from Indianapolis.
We haven't seen a bunch of this to this point in the game. It's been a lot of work creating, a lot of RPO, but there they just go with that easy timing pattern on the outside versus soft coverage and completes it with relative ease.
Yeah, Cignetti has got, I mean, think about it. First year, the quarterback with this kind of poise. I mean, he came in armed and dangerous and has proven that when you're a brand new coach, you can win immediately in the NIL and portal era. Surratt takes in that curl, gets out to the 47-yard line, a gain of 4.
Aside from that first drive, they've done a nice job of protecting here. Rourke gets a hit on him. He gets that ball out just in time. Nice job by Will Held. You would love for him to get there a little sooner so the ball can't come out and they can't gain yardage, but a nice job of Rourke understanding where the free hitter's coming from and getting that ball out.
Horton moves into the slot to the right-hand side. On 2nd down. Quick wide receiver screen. Williams. And he's got it to the 41, maybe the 40 of Purdue.
That's a really nice block by number 3 in red, Omar Cooper Jr. But how about the move when you catch this ball, you've got to make one guy miss, and he does a nice whoop, whoop, excuse me, and goes down the field for a first down.
Ellison, another first down. Thielemann saved a touchdown. Now they are in gear, absolutely in gear.
Yeah, they've got that C word back for sure. Indiana has 104 yards after the catch in this half alone.
Amazing. Look out. Lawton. Tyson Lawton to the 5. Breedlove, after 21 yards. This is real speed, folks. Check out how quick he is.
They go to a too-high look, right? They've played a lot of man-to-man. They go to too high, and you need to run the football versus too high. They do it, and they run into the end zone again. Number 17, Tyson Lawton for the touchdown. Another fantastic drive by Indiana. It's just going to get this ball, and it's almost a walk into the end zone to the bubble. Nobody touches them. An easy touchdown for Lawton.
That might have been one of the better calls I've ever had. Radicic for the extra point. 63 offensive touchdowns, partner, for IU. That's the most in history.
Tim, I don't know how much you're on social media, but I'm just telling you, I think Indiana's got their swagger back.
Yeah.
Oh. It started with that, and they finished it with Lawton. Outstanding job. Ellison gets down the field. Sub him out, bring in another.
Oh, man.
And Lawton, another transfer from JMU, making a splash.
Yeah, you better start thinking about going on fourth down a lot more if you're going to get back in this game, because Indiana is now playing the way they were playing 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
How are these numbers for you, Tim? 331 total yards of offense in this half.
Right.
Only 151 versus Ohio State last week in the entire game, a season low. They are continuing to fight. Total plays tonight. In territory, 20.
Yeah.
20 plays just in the territory of Purdue for Indiana.
And maybe the youngest 65-year-old you'll meet, Curt Cignetti.
Yeah.
Last 5 possessions, 4 touchdowns and a missed field goal. Tell me about that Mountain West Championship game coming up.
I got you, Tim. Friday night on Fox. Ashton Jeanty, who we saw yesterday in the 11th-ranked Boise State, they look to capture back-to-back conference crowns and punch their ticket to the college football playoff against either UNLV or Colorado State for the Mountain West Championship. Coverage begins Friday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
And by the way, after what happened today, all those upsets, you think about it, UNLV's in a position too.
Yeah, that's a good football team.
If they were to win that game, we're going to have to be talking about them too.
100%.
Maccabee remains the setback. Boilermakers need anything good to happen before the intermission. James Carpenter with the stop, a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
And still to this point in the game, number 7 in white, Jamal Edrin, has not even gotten a target, right? He's a guy that's really explosive. He can make plays. He had the big drop in the game against Michigan State a week ago, but you've got to get his confidence back, right? I talked about the confidence for Indiana's offense. How about your wide receiver that had that big drop that could have ended the game or put the game into overtime? You've got to find a way to get his confidence back as well.
That ball was tipped, but then caught by Claire. Well, it's their best offensive play in some time. Out to the 43-yard line. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Usually tips and overthrows turn into turnovers or interceptions. Well, that turns into, like you said, their best play offensively on the night.
James Carpenter, 99, tipped it. Only the second first down for Purdue, and it comes off a tipped pass. 2-minute timeout. Indiana with a 28-0 lead, sending a message to everybody. Yeah, they play people, and they beat them. Beat them a lot.
I have type 2 diabetes.
Welcome back. You can see Ryan Walsh is trying to employ his team to continue to drive. That last pass completion to Claire, 16 yards. The rest of the game, 16 yards. That is not a stat that you want to have heading into the half. They have to find a way to sustain this drive. And they're going up against this Indiana defense that's ranked 5th in the nation with 4.3 yards allowed per play. Purdue tonight, 40 yards.
Unbelievable. There goes Maccabee. And they got to get him the ball more. They just do. He's the most effective and consistent player they have. You talked about that being the C word when we came on the air for Purdue. Asbury, Sean Asbury, the stop. That's a gain of 11. And another first down for the Boilermakers. I'm not certain why he hadn't gotten more touches already. Once again, they find him to the 42-yard line. We got a marker down. We'll have to check on that. Jalen Walker covered him up.
It's going to be on Purdue, too. Illegal receiver down the field.
Ineligible player downfield. Offense number 86. He was covered up by the outside receiver. 5-yard penalty is first down.
Ryan is not happy with that call. Not at all.
Yeah, you're going to see tight end here. He's covered up by wide receiver number 7, Edrin. So you can't go off for a pass. Edrin has to take a step back off of the line of scrimmage, check with the referee to make sure that it's a legal formation. That's a heartbreaking play for Purdue.
In the previous 5 drives, 9 total yards. This drive they have 42. And that dying quail will go out of bounds after the pressure was delivered. Lots of it by Kamara, Mikhail Kamara.
Yeah, I mean, he's an outstanding player. Number 1 in the Big Ten in sacks, and this is why. He gets to the quarterback as quickly as anybody, and he forces this ball. Oh, my goodness. As a quarterback, Tim, I'm just telling you, I don't know if you've ever stood in that pocket and gotten hit from behind without looking. It's not a pretty feeling. Nice job there by Kamara.
That'll put you in the hot tub tomorrow.
The previous play is under further review for potential targeting on the defense.
Well, we'll have to again look for the launch, if there was in fact a launch. And was the blow delivered with a head first into the head? Jalen Walker, number 2.
So it has to be that 6-inch area over the top of your head. You have to be directly over the head, right? So they're not going to get him for this because you can see a little face mask in there, a little front of the helmet, but he has to be careful because that was almost a targeting penalty. And Mike, I know you probably agree that 6-inch circumference is very important here, right?
Well, it is, but remember what we have here is we have what's called a defenseless player. So you've got the quarterback in the act of passing the ball or just to have passed the ball. So all you need is contact of the head or neck area. Forget about the crown at that point. So you have that contact, and now is he really, is he active? Is he attacking? That action there, and that's why they stopped it, just because of that shot to the head, and that's the determination. You kind of look at him and say, it doesn't seem like he's attacking that much, but we'll see what they say.
Yeah. For you, Mike, I was wondering, do you think that Walker's really attacking, or is he just kind of trying to hold up and not kind of hit him hard?
Yeah, I mean, to me, he's actually first trying to knock the ball down, and then in the follow-through, he makes some of the contact. I think it's a foul. I do think it's a foul, but I'm not sure that it raises to the level of targeting.
Well, Mike, if you look at it, Kamara's hit kind of launches Card into Jalen Walker as well.
It's true. It's a good point.
Some momentum coming from the tackle itself is what forced the contact from Walker with the head. We'll see.
After further review, there is no foul for targeting. Incomplete pass, second down.
I love it. I love it, Tim, because you can see that Walker is nothing malicious there, right?
Yep.
He's just trying to bat the ball down like our good friend Mike Pereira said, and he starts to make contact, but it's not forcible, violent contact.
Right, I totally agree.
And I think your point was right, too. He's actually being launched into because of the aggressive hit from the Lot Impact Trophy finalist, Mikael Kamara.
Well, he has every right to be a finalist. There's a lot of Ronnie Lott in him.
And to go along with his #1 sack rating in the Big Ten, he's #2 in tackles for loss.
Second down and 15 from the 49. Well, that's a well-designed play, but Indiana's all over it. Absolutely all over it. Claire gets it.
And it's Kamara again, man. This young man on the outside is as nimble and athletic as they come on the defensive line. He does such a nice job because he goes to the quarterback and then he retraces his steps. That's what they teach defensive linemen. Retrace your steps to go get the screen and tackle it for a minimal gain.
Well, they're looking for their first third down conversion of the night. Somewhere in heaven, Bobby Knight is saying, yeah, we're still a basketball school, but you know what? I love what Curt Cignetti is doing.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got a timeout by Purdue. It's just amazing, amazing to think of what they're doing. No doubt about it, with this program in such a short amount of time for Curt Cignetti.
And, Tim, tomorrow on Fox, 2 of the NFC's best go head-to-head as Kyler Murray and the Cardinals take on Justin Jefferson and the Vikings. Or Bucks battle the Panthers or other regional action. Check local listings for the game in your area only on Fox. He's not cold. He's not cold at all. He's got a lot of fur.
Yeah.
Got a lot of fur, so it makes it, better.
Yeah, I'm guessing his voice is in good shape as well.
Yeah, he probably got a little liquid courage, right? They're selling alcohol in the stadiums now, you know.
Yeah. I've had a few suggestions as to what I need at halftime. This pass is going to be almost picked off. Angelo Pons, #5, had a shot at it. It'll be 4th down and 12. Edrin, they finally looked for him.
Yeah, that's his first target, and he's got great speed. And Pond, this is college football. You can make contact down the field. Obviously, you don't need it when the ball's in the air, but I don't think the ball's in the air. They don't call pass interference. There's not that ability we just talked about NFL. In the NFL, obviously, 5 yards after that, it's illegal contact. Well, that doesn't exist in the college game. Nice job by Pons knowing where he is.
Ryan Haynes, the defensive coordinator for Indiana, has done a heck of a job with this team. Miles Price waves for the fair catch at the 8-yard line. Well, I tell you what, the committee has got a tough job ahead of them, don't they, with championship week coming up?
Yeah.
And
don't envy them.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I believe they'll make the right decision. And you don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm going to tell you. There's a Michigan man ahead of the committee this year, Ward Manuel. So I'm just telling you, whatever decision is made, it's going to be right.
That is a hell of a 75
Not to mention,
team now.
He doesn't have a dog in the fight. He doesn't have a dog in the fight,
That's
so
true.
he can be
That's
very
true.
impartial as he chooses and helps the committee make their decision. But like we talked about, I do not envy them.
Well, we saw Boise State yesterday. They made an emphatic case for themselves, holding on to that bye position. And no one in the ACC or the SEC has put it, I think, a position to say we can take it over Boise State.
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready to do a little how do you do
Let me see.
to the studio?
Now let's send you to the studio with Michael, Emmanuel Acho, and Chris Peterson for the State Farm halftime show. Fellas, how do
the presence that he brings to this team. And that's why in year one, Curt Cignetti's been able to pull off this miraculous season.
100%. If you don't have a quarterback, you don't have nothing.
He's got a bunch of 5-year guys and guys that are accustomed to winning, whether they played in the MAC or they played at JMU in the Sun Belt Conference. And let's go down to Josh Sims.
Well, Ryan Walters was frustrated at halftime. He told me, look, we got to find a way to get things going on offense. 0 for on third down, 54 total yards. That's not going to cut it. The message to the guys that our backs are against the wall. We're going to find out what type of men we have in this locker room. I want to see these guys respond regardless of what's on the line right now.
Ryan Brown has come in to start the second half, so he's made one choice. And it's Brown, who you might recall played so well in that game at Illinois that they nearly won, maybe should have won. The ball's on the ground right away. On the ground right away. Indiana on top of it. C.J. West. Boy, talk about misery-loving company. Brown and Maccabee unable to connect on that handoff, just seeding the ball.
Yeah, it's almost as if Maccabee just didn't know that he was going to get the ball. That ball continues to fall over to his right hip. He doesn't squeeze. New quarterback. The mesh point is so important. They haven't been working together the last couple weeks. And look at the big fella, C.J. West, getting down and covering that up. Tighter than a lid on a pickle jar.
Oh, boy. When you wear that number and you play that position, you're going to get noticed.
Yeah, and you got to be good, too.
Yeah, you do. Ellison down to about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that is not the start to the half that Ryan Walters wanted, right? He wanted to figure out what kind of man he had and just doesn't even get an opportunity on the offensive side.
And by the way, I want to clarify something. I mentioned early in the game about the Walters situation and that the likelihood of an announcement possibly being made as early as Monday. The reason for that is signing day is on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You got to let people know what the future of your program is. And Curt Cignetti, being at Indiana, doing what he is doing in his first year, only makes the misery index worse in West Lafayette. Pass is incomplete. Looking for Miles Price that time. And it's 3rd down and 5.
And Curtis Work continues to show why I talked so glowingly about him at halftime.
Yep.
He continues to put on a clinic. Even on that play, he sees that they have a screen called. They're in man-to-man coverage. The screen won't get anything, right? So he doesn't want to get his wide receiver killed. He burns the ball right at his feet and lives to fight another down.
They're going to go trips to the top of your screen. Ellison remains the setback. Surratt, who's been their go-to guy, 13, is down at the bottom of your screen.
Like it was zero coverage to start, and they change and go to cover 2.
Oh, bingo. Miles Price again, this time down to the 8-yard line.
And that's so outstanding for Price and Rourke, because Rourke sees that it's 0 to start. Then they go to cover 2. Well, where do you want to go for cover 2? To the middle. But if Price doesn't read cover 2 with him and sit down in that vacancy, the play doesn't work. Outstanding job by both those guys.
Ellison. Oh, baby. How about that? Touchdown right away.
You're going to get a hold, though.
Yep,
it's
marker
come
down.
Back.
Marker down. So hold everything.
It's like number 74, Bray Lynch.
Still 1st down.
The referee didn't put on his mic. I got it. Oh, holding. On the offense. 74, 4.
I didn't know you could do Bob Shepard. That's pretty good.
Yeah, look on the left side of your screen. You can see him. They're trying to get that double team, but that's a really nice job by Cole Brevard fighting. And because he's fighting, 74, Bray Lynch gets on his back, and he just takes him to the ground. Did you like my referee impersonation?
That was very good. You didn't know who Bob Shepard was either.
I didn't. You do it all the time. I'm telling you.
Legendary PA announcer for the Yankees.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Now batting. Number 7. Mickey, Mantle. Number 7. Lawton. Tyson Lawton. Burrows ahead to about the 13-yard line in the arms of Botris Alessandro. A gain of 4.
Yeah, these running backs got real juice. Watch him give a little 1-2, excuse me, just slide right on by. And I'm just telling you, in boxing, those gloves hit the ground. That's a knockout.
That was a get down on that flow and show what you know move right there.
Ain't nothing down there.
Oh, man. 2nd and goal. Back at the 13. Wow. How about that move? That was, I'll take you to the left, I'll take you to the right, A little shimmy shake and bake.
Yeah, he did his best to really press the hole, but he can't find any space, right? So what does he do? He goes back. He goes here. Can't find it, and gets right underneath. A very nice job with the jump step and get downhill. Doesn't pick up a bunch, but that's a really impressive run by Lawton.
There's a little Ashton Genty in that jump
really
step.
Nice. He does show a lot of patience on that run.
That is Cole Brevard, 91.
He's done such a good job with those double teams and fighting. He drew the holding call earlier in the drive. You do not want to see him on the ground.
Yeah.
But when you pull those toes back, right, you know what that means. Start to cramp up. And for people at home, I can tell you, just because it's not hot does not mean you don't cramp up. I cramped up in the semifinals of my high school football game as a junior, and it felt terrible.
That's he did not play last week.
And he's moving so much and doing so much as a runner.
Yeah.
Look at his decals. They're coming off.
Yeah.
He's shaking not only defenders for Purdue, he's shaking his decals free.
He's flapping in the breeze.
Yeah, yes,
he's just flapping in the breeze, that guy. Speaking of, the anointing of Travis Hunter took place a lot yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We saw Ashton Genty. Let me say this.
It's going to be a close one.
I think it's going to be closer than people think.
Oh, yeah, I think it's definitely going to be close.
And listen.
He's been special all year.
And so has Hunter. And I certainly understand Deion's support of his own player.
You really can't get mad at either.
No, you can't. Lawton and Ellison are now in the backfield simultaneously. On 3rd and goal. Oh, look out. An RPO throw that was into danger for Cross, and it falls incomplete. Was knocked away, may have been tipped.
Hudson Miller.
Yep.
Hudson Miller does a nice job of coming out of pass coverage, right? He's number 40 to the left of your screen. He comes out of pass coverage and just sticks his hand in the air because if he doesn't, I think that's going to be a touchdown.
Good pickup, partner. Brett Bender was all over that too, but so was T-Rich. Everybody's on top of this thing.
Everybody's on top of it. It's a group effort.
Especially tonight.
Oh, yeah.
26-yard field goal try for Radicic. And he belts it through. Kurt Signetti and his Hoosiers securing the old Oaken bucket. Another trophy game in the mighty Big Ten. Oh, that's a happy group, 31-0. And let's go down to Josh R. Sims with the messaging from Kurt Signetti.
Well, Kirk Signetti was happy with the way the defense played in the first half. He said on offense, we're starting to get back in rhythm. There still were some missed opportunities. He wants to clean up. He did say, and we've heard this from other coaches, remember this Purdue team scored 40 points in the second half against Illinois in a game similar to this. So that was his message. Let's not forget what they've done before.
And Tim,
yep.
As much as a Purdue fan, you're looking and you can't believe that you fumbled the opening snap of the second half. That defense held Indiana, who's been so explosive, to just a field goal.
Right. Sowinski stopped at the 16-yard line. Great coverage by Indiana. And we got a flag. Oh, a flag I thought came down late. Look out. Looked like an unsportsmanlike might be coming. Jeffrey Cervinski. Hopefully his microphone will work for us. I do think that's what it's about. Big leather pop there by Jones, 46.
Yeah, Jones has been a special teams merchant. I mean, just running down every single time, it seems like he's making a big hit on the returner.
I didn't see anything inappropriate. Maybe there was.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, the return team number 32 for taunting. That penalty's enforced half the distance to the goal line. First down and 10, Purdue.
You just can't
That's
have
number 32's first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty of the ball game.
You just can't have it.
Yeah, no reason for that.
You're down 31, right? You're trying to fight. You know you're capable, right? You fought to getting back in a game like this. But I just don't understand the reason for any extracurriculars.
Yeah. See him in rivalry games a lot, no doubt about it. Yeah, no reason for that. Right up there at the top. That's where the melee was. First and 10 with the ball at the 8 now for the Boilers. Maccabee gets nowhere. They are all keyed in on him. Great penetration, and you look at the story on Ryan Brown, a young man that coming into that game we had against Oregon, brought some optimism to the program after his 18 for 26, 297-yard performance against Illinois back on October the 12th.
Most of it in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. A game that they could have easily won, and it might have tilted their season in a more positive way.
Definitely could have.
2nd and 10. Maccabee. Head to about the 12, push forward to the 13. The junior from Boonville, Indiana, stopped by Aiden Fisher and C.J. West. West a takeaway machine and Fisher a tackling machine. 3rd down and 6. Well, they want it, don't they?
Yeah.
They are into
those tiles waving. Everybody's excited. I mean, how about these fans? It's freezing cold out there, but they are there and loud and proud.
A few have left across the way at the top, but I'm telling you, for the most part, they are here. And they are letting those white hankies go. Hard in trouble, and down he goes. It's Brown, I beg your pardon. Brown rather than Card. Kamara was there. Jalen Walker also after a loss of 8. As Ryan Brown goes down.
It's a nice job setting up that twist. You bring guys in, and then around here to go get after that quarterback. They use their sack leader, Mikael Kamara, to get to him with a little bit of help from Jalen Walker.
Well, you see now what happened with that personal foul and unsportsmanlike. It got him in bad shape, and now they're in worse shape for Keelan Crimmins to punt it away from his end zone. Miles Price in single safety. Indiana had a look at it. And Price, a little jitterbug step, gets it to the 42-yard line of Purdue. Time to celebrate, and they have been getting their fair share of sacks. Indiana's D has been dynamite. All right, we're going to take a look at the current Big Ten standings, sponsored by Discover.
Ooh, that's good. Welcome back now.
Slowly getting back.
Hey, don't you dare! But look at these, look at these standings for the Big Ten. Oregon obviously been exceptional all year, unblemished, 8-0. Penn State punched their ticket to the Big Ten championship, and Ohio State. It's very unfortunate for them, but they've got another loss there, and it happened earlier today at noon on Fox.
You talk about a difference maker in the quality of life for Ryan Day. Now, look, they're going to be in the playoff. You know they're going to be in the playoff. They had better have a great playoff.
Oh, yeah.
That will be one of the great storylines of the postseason. Oh, look at Keyshawn Williams. And the sleight of hand by Rourke. I mean, he just plays it off so beautifully. 14 yards on that carry.
Take a look at the edge player, Will Held, number 15. He's there, but he slides down too far. That jet sweep gets around right away. That's why you run a jet sweep. You want to try to get on the outside. He's actually doing a nice job of paying attention, but with the full-speed jet sweep, it's hard to react. A nice job and a nice call by offensive coordinator Mike Shanahan.
Out of bounds, and Lawton gets it inside the 25. Pick up a 4. Think about where some of these guys played. You know, Lawton, he spent time, 5 years, in fact, at Stony Brook before going to JMU in 23, where he had 568 yards in 12 games. And then, lo and behold, he finds himself at Indiana on his way to the big-time college football playoffs. I mean, think of that road travel for so many of these young guys. The leather's popping, isn't it? That's Brevard, 91. Good to see him back in there after being down on the ground a short time ago. All 6'3", 333 pounds of him. With that stop, and it's 3rd down and 6.
And Tim, when we spoke to Cignetti earlier this week, I asked him how much pride does he have in all these players that came from lower levels, right? They're proving that they can play at this level. I mean, they're doing a really nice job. He said, you know, sometimes you're in the season and you can't even sit back and really appreciate it. But when you think about it, it is really cool to see all these young guys who have this opportunity.
Flint High School in the state of Virginia, where Ellison made a name for himself. Wide open, touchdown, Surratt. I mean, a thing of beauty.
Like we talked about, coming from lower levels, that's Ohio out of the MAC conference to a JMU wide receiver in Surratt, just beats the defender, beats his hands down, and races him to the end zone. A perfect throw by Rourke. When I talked to Coach Signetti about Rourke's ability to throw catchable footballs, he said, yeah, his placement, but it's so inviting when the ball gets to you. That's an example right there. Outstanding job by Rourke and Surratt.
You know, there could be a run on great coaches in places like the MAC, the Sun Belt. Think about it, all right? Go get you a coach that's winning at that level. And in the NIL portal era, you bring some grunts that are just happy to be in the big time.
Oh, yeah.
You might see some hires like Kurt Signetti coming up really soon.
And those players will run through a brick wall for you. How about a little LeBron celebration from Surratt?
FS1 College Football is sponsored by Hampton by Hilton.
Hilton for the stay.
How about this turnaround through 11 games? When you see that and you understand the way it was concocted by a coach that knew he had a bunch of guys coming with him that knew how to win, I'm telling you, athletic directors around the FBS are going to notice this and say, well, yeah, right. Where's the next Kurt Signetti? And if a fair catch is made, they'll get the ball for first down. Those transfers, it's just absolutely amazing when you look at the number. Wow. 150. Think about that. I mean, that's just amazing. And, of course, not unlike Deion Sanders, who brought all of that talent, the nucleus from Jackson State, and then added to it, did some things that maybe shocked the world a little bit.
Yeah.
And but in Signetti's case, he came in with a similar approach, like, I don't care who I upset about this. This is the way we're going to do it.
They're very similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Obviously,
no doubt about it.
You know, he has the commercials, different things like that. But as far as confidence goes and believing in yourself and your product and what you're going to put out there, they are right along with each other.
No doubt. A little bit of hubris is not a bad thing.
Oh, yeah. I learned that from you.
Maccabee gets it past the 30 to the 32. That's a gain of 8. It'll be second down and 2. If you're not bold, then you're going to show your age. You're going to look old if you're not bold. And Signetti is a very, as I said earlier, a very young man for a guy that's been coaching for as long as he's been coaching.
I couldn't agree more, man. He is just hitting his stride, in my opinion.
And a lot of times when the greatest success comes late in your life.
Look at those eyebrows.
Yeah.
He's so angry right now.
Yeah.
He's up 38, and he is not happy.
You appreciate it more with age. You do. Great play there defensively by Indiana. Maccabee tripped up behind the line of scrimmage, and there's Aiden Fisher. Just, he's like a heat-seeking missile tonight.
A loss, tackle for loss, 3 guys on the play, and look at him. He's just like, nothing. Okay, I guess we did that all right.
I told him when we met with him earlier in the week, I said, well, you lasted as long, 4 years with Nick is a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Only Muschamp and Kirby probably are the only guys that lasted that long with Nick. You get humbled when you work for Saban in a good way. And one more time he goes down. Walker all over him. Indiana's second sack. And they've had 5 tackles for losses.
Jalen Walker all day has been putting on a show and teaching everyone how to get after the quarterback. He comes off that slot blitz and gets to Brown, gets rid of Maccabee. He's been a very good player all day. He's been a very good player all season for Indiana.
Crimmins will punt it away. Miles Price back at his 35. End over end. And Price has room. Lots of room. Stopped at the 48. That's a 38-yard boot and a 14-yard return. I mean, they're just throwing people out of their way. Fisher. Walker. Oh, rolling with it. Changes at Indiana.
Well, I was born in a small town, and I live in a small town. Paradise, small town, oh, small community.
If you grew up in the 80s, you understand what John Cougar Mellencamp or John Mellencamp, what he meant to the state of Indiana.
Well, if you're growing up right now, you know exactly what Curtis Rourke means
Indeed.
to the state of Indiana.
Indeed.
Outstanding performance so far tonight, and he's still got some time left to put everyone on notice that his thumb is fine and he's got his confidence back.
And he came from the Great White North of Ontario. And there is Kalon Black running right into Jeffrey Amba. Black is a 5'10 redshirt junior out of Virginia Beach. He hasn't had a carry in the last couple of weeks. And had 4 years at JMU. In 27 games there, 1,305 yards. A lot of these guys that came with Cignetti were not guaranteed opportunities to play. They just wanted to continue to win. They wanted to be a part of a Hoosier rebuild. And boy, have they ever. 2nd and 10. On a post pattern, look out. Anderson Colby was the intended receiver. And the senior from Fort Lauderdale was just a step short of a touchdown.
Oh, Rourke is going to wish he had that one back.
Yeah.
He read it perfectly. Usually versus a single high defense, you shouldn't be able to get this. But Fenneman is so low that it allows for number 0, Addison Colby, to run right past him. And the ball's just too far out in front.
Colby only has 3 receptions and 70 yards this season. It would have been a great opportunity for him. He's spreading the wealth, though. You got to give it to Rourke. Now he's going to take it himself, get out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. And the tote board is adding up, and you see from Rourke his resourcefulness here, gaining 4 yards.
Yeah, he doesn't do this a bunch, but you can see that he's capable of picking up yardage with his feet. I don't like it, right? I feel like, on the sideline they're saying that should be a flag, and I think he's out of bounds. He's pretty much giving himself up, and then you go and kind of knee him in the stomach. I think that a flag might have been, should have been thrown there, but they didn't. I'm a quarterback, so I just really like protection for the quarterback, honestly.
I'm really glad you said that.
I just don't know how impartial
idea.
I can be when a quarterback's falling down out of bounds and a guy's kind of trying to hit him. I don't think you should breathe on a quarterback when he's giving himself up.
I'm
honestly.
so glad you finally become transparent about your bias. Look at this. Look at this. He's pulling it all out against his rival. James Carpenter runs the fake punt. A little Ruski for 99. Now that's something that you see on rivalry weekend generally.
Goes wide, and it allows for this space to be open right here. An outstanding call because Purdue just isn't ready for it. Snapped the ball to the up back, and a first down for Indiana, so they didn't need that penalty.
Well, you talk about the kind of hatred in college football for rivals. It's what separates the college game in many ways. Black keeps his legs, keeps those legs churning. Burrows down to the 31, Hudson Miller on top of him.
And when you're up 38 and you fake a punt, usually you say, well, Coach Signetti, tell us what you really think about Purdue. But he already did. He told us exactly what he thinks on a microphone in front of the entire Indiana faithful. He said that he thought that Purdue sucks.
Well, Ryan Walters will not forget that. Ryan Walters will not forget that.
All of Purdue,
or the
they will not
punt.
forget it.
No, of course not.
And I don't think Signetti cares.
Williams. And he's got it down to the 6. I mean, they're a well-oiled machine offensively. There's nothing they can't accomplish tonight.
They've really found their groove. I think they took the inability to create offense against Ohio State personally, and you can see it on full display tonight.
Rourke is now 18 of 24 for 254 and 3 touchdowns. Black stymied about the line of scrimmage. It'll give him the 5-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal. Justice Ellison checks back in. Be in the pistol formation behind Rourke. Extra tight ends in the game. And it's going to be a little bootleg action to the corner. It is caught. It is touchdown. It is Horton.
Yet another JMU transfer making a play for Indiana. Outstanding job just getting on the outside and a perfectly placed ball and a great catch by tight end Zach Horton.
Marker's down. We'll wait for the call.
It's likely going to be kind of a celebration penalty. They got together, started to do a little something in the end zone.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 48. That's his first of the ball game. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the ensuing kickoff.
Bamba, the other tight end, part of that 12 personnel, rubbing it in just a little, and Signetti wants to know about it. What the blank did you do?
Yeah, I mean, but even I think Coach Signetti, he understands. His team is playing really good, and they are having fun out there in the cold, in the snow for the old Oaken Bucket.
Horton's 4th touchdown of the season, 25th on the year in the air for Rourke, and his 4th tonight.
There's that nice catchable spiral that we talked about earlier. Rourke does an outstanding job with his ball placement, and here's 48 coming in. You know, I see. It's a rivalry game.
I'm sure he's saying he was in my way. I just wanted to congratulate
for the
Horton.
referees. They're trying to make sure they nip it in the bud right away, because when you're up this big in a rivalry game, it can get out of hand. We saw the aftermath at Ohio State earlier today after the game. So you want to make sure you control the game and control the atmosphere. But I don't think that was anything too egregious.
Correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. Did he not say nip it in the bud?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
I did.
He said nip it in the bud.
I did.
You went full Barney Fife. You went full Barney Fife on that.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. But,
I knew I'd get him with that.
Oh,
one.
Don Knotts.
Very good. Yes, very good. In what show?
Do you want to know the truth? I got that from Jolly.
That's what I thought.
got it from Jolly.
Yeah.
I got it from producer. Thank you, Jolly. I appreciate you.
Only one of the greatest sitcoms in the history of television. Sowinski brings it up to the 40-yard line. 5 years ago today, Indiana got their last win against Purdue in the old Oaken Bucket. Nick Westbrook scored a touchdown in OT. That put the Hoosiers up, but the Boilers fired back, tied it. It went to double OT, and Peyton Ramsey ran it in from a yard out to give Indiana the win, 44-41.
That's a name from the past.
Yeah.
Ramsey.
How about that? Man. As trophy games go, probably a lot of people would have been shocked to have known that it had been that long since Indiana had won the old Oaken Bucket.
100%.
45-0, an authoritative W tonight for the Hoosiers, who are on their way to the college football playoff.
Well, Tim, it's still the third quarter.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, this is about as impressive a statement by Indiana that we've seen, because we had this Purdue team against Oregon earlier this year, and they were looking for style points, and they didn't do this. The way it didn't look like this. Indiana has been really impressive, and like I said, I think they took that loss against Ohio State very personally.
And by the way, it's still up to the committee. Okay, no one just automatically punches their ticket until they win their conference championship game.
Take a breath, Tim. I know where you're going.
I'm just saying. Maccabee at about the 40-yard line.
For those at home,
Burris with the tackle.
For those at home that maybe haven't really tuned into a Tim Brando broadcast, he doesn't like what he likes to call pure playoff privilege.
No, exactly.
In the SEC. And so every time he starts to go, I got to rub his back. I got to rub his back and let him know, hey, Tim, your voice, just today, just let it go. Let it go.
I am feeling better, so
I know. I feel it.
You're feeling a rant. You're feeling
it's coming.
A slow roll to a rant.
Oh, yeah, it's coming. Like Frozen. It's cold out. Let it go. Let it go.
What's Frozen?
You have grandchildren. You know.
Yeah, I got grandkids. 3rd and 9. And Brown's got to get rid of it. I mean, Indiana's defense has been just outstanding. There's every aspect of this game. All right, defense, offense, special teams.
Yeah.
It's all been outstanding tonight. And Purdue's just going to have to get rid of it again. Crimmins has been a busy guy punting balls. This will be his 8th punt, his 8th of the night. And Miles Bryce is back deep again. Down at the 24-yard line. Well, speaking of opinionated guys, Colin Cowherd is one of those guys. He has a few rants from time to time, but here's to the ones that matter. Colin is the most interesting. Yeah, I would say that. Man in Sports, don't miss the herd. Weekdays at noon Eastern only on FS1. I told Colin when I visited the studio at Pico a few years back, I was on one of those shows briefly, okay? And I told him he understands the business of sports television as well as any guy that I've come across that got into the business after I did. I enjoy Colin. I really do.
Don't always agree with him, you don't.
No, absolutely not.
But you do enjoy him.
Yep. Tyson Lawton ahead for maybe 2. I'll give him the 26-yard line. Well, partner, just as my voice was coming back, we've only got a quarter left.
One more quarter of the season for you and I.
Yeah.
How fast has it gone?
And then I got to get ready to do back-to-back women's games next Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Steve Shear waiting in the wings.
Warm up those pipes.
45-0 as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Tim Brando and the fireworks going off here. We got fireworks, folks. The fans are enjoying it. And they've seen their offense deliver some as well as their defense. And they are sending a message to everyone in those palatial hotel rooms in and around the Dallas metropolitan area where the College Football Playoff Committee continues to meet and make some decisions next week that really matter when the championship Saturday concludes. Another go route towards the sidelines, incomplete. Hung up a little bit. Elijah Surratt was the intended receiver. And by the way, Surratt's 154 yards receiving are the most by a Hoosier in Oaken bucket game history. James Hardy had 151 back in 2006. And the bucket game record, Kyle Ingram had 209 back in 2004.
Tim, you can see up 45, Curtis Signetti is pulling no punches.
Oh.
He knows that it's not a certainty that they're in the college football playoff, right? He wants to make sure he puts all the style points on the field. And also, he wants to make his fan base know that what he said about Purdue, he believes it. right? And this is a rivalry game, and he wants to bury them.
Miles Price on the receiving end. Look, I'm as big on logos and, hey, let's brand this a Shakedown Saturday, a Shake-Up Saturday, call it whatever you want, okay? But sometimes hatred is real. And in college football, the kind of hatred we're talking about in rivalry games is what sets it apart. It is part of the history, the construct of the college game that separates it.
And we just highlighted, they haven't won the old Oaken Bucket in quite some time.
That's right. This is making up for lost time. Surratt with another first down catch. 11 yards on that connection.
And for those at home that, they may be questioning, well, why not get some of your guys out? Well, firstly, it's early in the fourth quarter as we look at Elijah Surratt's day so far. Season high, 165 yards on 8 receptions, 2 touchdowns. But, firstly, they're still improving, right?
Yeah.
They didn't play well.
Absolutely.
On the last time out, right? So they're continuing to improve and get ready for this run to the playoff. And I think it's important that you get these guys reps. However, you do at some point want to get the young guys in, but take a look at Elijah Surratt just abusing the defensive secondary for Purdue in every way possible, right? Timing routes, RPOs, second plays, and then here he is just running straight down the field for a touchdown.
Yeah.
He's really been impressive to watch. Another guy that came from JMU, right?
That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure every day in one-on-ones and in practice he was thinking about himself as a much higher level player, right? He was thinking, I could play with these guys as he's watching college football. Well, he's proven it now.
That's Black. Oh, boy. What a move. Back in the day, Frank Broyles would have told Keith Jackson, look at those thighs, Keith. They're big. They're as big as I've ever seen. Look at that juke.
And he's
My
doing it on
goodness.
the All-American there, right? Thurman is an All-American last year as a true freshman, and he puts him in the blender and then rumbles down the field for more.
Just incredible. 16 yards on that carry for Black. Williams in motion. Play fake. Plenty of time, and there it is. The deep cross to Miles Cross. Cross! Touchdown! Wow. 34 yards.
Really nice job there. Just gets across the field quickly through the zone defense. We've seen man-to-man coverage a bunch. Well, this time it's zone, and Rourke finds the opening, and the rest is all cross.
Last night, Kurt Cignetti was out right in downtown. Had the microphone, and he was telling everybody to come on out, enjoy yourself. We're going to have a big night here in Bloomington. And boy, was he right.
Yeah, I don't know if he knew it was going to be this big, but that's so impressive. Rourke continues on his great day.
Yep.
22 of 30, 332 yards, and count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
illegal formation.
touchdowns.
Defense number 0. He was covering up the long snap there. That penalty's declined. The try is good. Timeout on the field.
That is Rourke's 5th touchdown tonight. 521 total yards to 48 for Purdue. I would say that was a great deep cross by Cross.
I see what you did there.
FS1 College Football is sponsored by Hampton by Hilton.
Hilton for the stay.
Yeah, that's where they play a little basketball, partner. And
You've been there a few times.
I sure have. And Mike Woodson and the Hoosier family is well aware that the football season has presented a lot of fun and frivolity for the fans in Indiana. Now they better have another great season in the basketball area. Now, Frank Cignetti would be very proud of his dad. A lot of folks in and around Indiana, Pennsylvania would be very proud of him. Frank was a former player, served as a head football coach at West Virginia from 76 to 79, and at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. That's IUP from 1986 to 2005, where he compiled a college football record 199 wins, 77 losses, and a tie. Took them to the title game of NCAA Division II in 90 and 93. And I'm honored to say that while I have never met Curt Cignetti, I had the honor of meeting Frank Cignetti. And when we chatted with Frank earlier in the week,
Kurt.
Did I said Kirk? Yeah, his son. When we talked with Kurt earlier in the week, thanks, partner.
I got you covered.
I'm not clairvoyant, I promise. But when we talked, he said, Tim, I'm so happy to be talking with somebody that's been doing this longer,
about
as long as I have.
Yeah.
But I did meet his dad when.
Yeah, you kind of hijacked. Oh, the fumble.
It's on the ground, and it's picked up by Linnell Carr. Linnell Carr comes away with it. And the Hoosiers continue to pile it on.
I mean, we saw a bad exchange earlier, the first play of the second half, but this time, this isn't a bad exchange.
Yep.
This is just Maccabee getting absolutely blown up.
Yep.
And the ball pops free. Again, number 2, Jalen Walker from JMU. And then number 41, Linnell Carr Jr. He was dreaming of a touchdown, but he's down before the end zone.
11 possessions for Ryan Walter's team. 3 turnovers, 8 punts. Walker has an interception, a forced fumble, and a sack. He's had quite a night. Rourke one more time to the corner. Touchdown. Omar Cooper. Devin, we may be looking at a 70 burger before it's over with.
We could, and this is one of the most indefensible routes. You get close, and then you run right away. There's just too much space for the defensive back to cover, and a nice job of Rourke. He's a little short with the throw, but the defender has his back turned. The ball, as long as it's catchable, it's going to be a touchdown. A nice catch by Omar Cooper Jr.
Well, Rourke had 5 once at JMU in 2022 versus Buffalo. And this now means he's got 6. That's a career high. 6, a career high. Cooper on the receiving end. Upside down indeed.
We've talked about it all night. Curtis Rourke has been exceptional. His timing's impeccable, on time, seemingly every time. His poise, standing with people chasing and trying to hit him, under pressure, making throws, and then his mobility. He doesn't do it a bunch, but he put it on display for the committee to see that he can do everything you need him to do from the quarterback position, and that's why he's our hardest working player, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
And that impeccable performance, respectable though it may have been, is done by the one and only Devin Gardner.
Thank you. I'm here till about 7 a.m. tomorrow.
Well, listen, I was getting into a nice little story about Curt Cignetti's dad, who's no longer with us. I did want to mention this before we go off the air, and it is a sad moment for me because I knew this man for a long time, but the great Lou Carnesecca, we've been told, passed away. The longtime St. John's head coach, and the arena there in Queens is named for Lou. And what a great man he was. To Big East basketball, to St. John's, and to everyone that knew him. He took his team, of course, to the Final Four with Chris Mullins. He was 99 years old, only a couple of months away from turning 100. So our thoughts and prayers are with the Carnesecca family. Wonderful life lived, no doubt about that. Ryan Brown will escort himself out of bounds at the 31-yard line, gain of 5. I'm beginning to think that handshake at midfield might be worth covering after this one.
Yeah, it won't be the most friendly handshake, I can tell you that.
No.
However, Ryan Walters is a competitor, and he understands, hey, if you don't want to see him score, stop him.
Yeah, well, look. And a few times now, his team has been handing scores to Indiana. And Brown, that's what he can do. He can run. A really good athlete. We have not seen the best from Ryan or anyone really for this Purdue team tonight. And a lot of soul searching going to be taking place in West Lafayette. It's a proud program in a lot of ways. Not that far removed from tremendous success when Jeff Brom was on hand before he left and headed to Louisville, which was his, of course, and still is his hometown. 3rd down and 3. Brown checks off, goes to his next option in progression, Max Clare, and it's incomplete. And it's 4th down. I'll tell you this, if it does end for Ryan Walters after tonight, he won't last long before getting another opportunity as a defensive coordinator. He's one of the bright young defensive minds in all of college football. He did a great job at Illinois. And by the way, Brett Bielema, outstanding season for him in the Big Ten this year. 4th down and 3. And that pass is caught, and the extra effort by Clare will net a 1st down. That's a 4-yard gain and a 4th first down. Think about that. Just the 4th first down of the game for Purdue.
Yeah, but that's a really nice job by Max Clare. He got to 1st down yardage, but he has to retrace and get back to the football. So when he catches it, he doesn't have the 1st down, but he finds a way to power through and pick up that 1st down.
I will say this, though. Maccabee is finally hauled down. The kid gives everything he's got. One of the great curiosities of this Saturday will be, why did Ohio State not find a wide receiver in their offensive package at all today? And the other for me will be in our game. Why did Maccabee not get the touches that he needed to get early and often in this game?
I think that the game got away from Purdue today very quickly. I think that they felt pressured to get chunk explosive plays because of what Indiana was doing on offense. Now, for Ohio State, there is no excuse.
No.
I have no idea why you don't use the athletes that you have on the outside. The best freshman receiver we've seen in a very long time, especially in the Big Ten Conference. It was baffling to watch, and I can't say I didn't enjoy it. I can't say that. Not with a clear heart.
So with the ball at the 37-yard line, 3rd and 9. And the faithful are still in it, big time. Jaheim Merriweather has replaced Maccabee. Brown in trouble again. Boy, that was nearly picked a couple of times. Walker breaking it up. Edrin was the intended receiver. And a little bit of woofing coming after that play. And it's broken up. This could have been picked off right here by Walker. We do have a marker down, probably an unsportsmanlike. As I mentioned, there was some woofing taking place in the aftermath of it. Here's Jeff Cervinski.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. Purdue number 63. 15-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
Imbo, the guilty party. Young man started every game this year. Senior from Los Angeles. Tough, long night. And he's hearing about it from his position coach. That'll back him up even further. And Crimmins once again called upon to punt. I mean, we got 8 minutes and 40 seconds left. And I don't see any sign of this being it for Rourke. Not yet, anyway. I mentioned a 70 burger a short time ago, and we are headed in that direction.
I'm really interested to see, does he stay in there?
Oh, I thought for a moment he was going to fake it. End over end. And it'll go dead at the 14. Pretty nice punt.
I think he's going to be done for the night.
Yeah, I really hope so, because
I think he will be.
He doesn't need to be in there with what lies ahead for Indiana.
There's that old oaken bucket that they're vying for.
So look at the Heisman leaders. Ashton Jeanty you'll be able to see on Friday night. Jason Benetti and Brock Hewitt have the Mountain West title game. Cam Ward, his bid probably ending after that loss to Syracuse tonight. Those are the two that will likely be in New York. And that probably will suggest to you that only those two will be invited. And I do think it's going to be closer than
I think it's going to be really
a lot
close.
of the pundits think.
I think it's going to be really close. Both those guys have had outstanding seasons, but how about the young guy, the sophomore, Taven Jackson, getting his opportunity? As we suspected, Curtis Rourke's day is done. And Taven Jackson has had a part in this season,
yes,
right?
He has.
When Rourke went out, he came in and filled in admirably.
And there goes Black again. He's running that stretch play, and if it's not one, he'll just bounce it out and get it on his own.
Yeah, Taven Jackson, I think this future is bright with him. I mean, he showed great poise and great ability coming in and filling in, and he's an Elite 11 guy, right? So he was a highly ranked quarterback. He transferred into Indiana out of Tennessee, and he's got a bright future, I think.
Played one season, 3 games at Tennessee back in 2022. His brother Trace Jackson Davis, former Indiana basketball player, now starting for the Warriors.
So basically what you're saying is he's home.
That's right. And his dad Ray played at Washington State and 4 years in the NFL, so great pedigree. Black burrows ahead to about the 25-yard line. Well, we mentioned those Heisman finalists. You know, that Heisman pose situation got a lot of run after our game at Boise State yesterday.
Yeah, because nobody's doing it right. What are you doing? No, there's no leg that comes up, right? No. Matumbo wag. You got to keep that foot on the ground is what you got to do. Got to keep that foot on the ground, and that's the way to do the Heisman pose. So from here on out, Heisman candidates, guys that think they're, going to get invited to New York, I don't want to see that leg up in the air. I want to see those feet planted on the ground, bend that toe, and put that arm out for the Heisman pose, the real Heisman pose.
For those of you in social media circles, you might want to go back and look at the original version of that played yesterday when on the blue in Boise, my partner showed you the wrong pose, then the right pose, and then promptly fumbled the football, which was one of the reasons he was never a Heisman candidate. Somehow the tape guy, I think the tape guys suddenly got that erased.
Hey, Tim, I'm just telling you, I'm really good with the tape guys, and we had a conversation that
that was it.
Because you had way too much fun, reminding me that I wasn't a Heisman Trophy candidate. But I had a lot of time to watch and practice, as you saw.
Even though you borrowed a Michigan Heisman Trophy number.
Oh, yeah. I did. Old 98.
And Elijah Green takes that one ahead. Wait a minute. I thought you had contacts with the suits that would take care of you.
I really can't believe this.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a conversation.
Yeah.
I was dribbling. That's what it was. I was dribbling, and then I don't.
We got a lot.
Look at that deep breath, because I know the camera can see me doing it, and it's ridiculous that it just got on the air. So I'll never forgive you.
People call me a ham for wanting on-camera time. Here's a guy that's willing to fumble the ball just to get another OC.
Okay, Tim, let it go. Jeez, I have one fumble all season, and you guys just won't let me forget it for 2 straight days. But it's been a fun season, so I'll take it.
It's brutal.
Jolly, our producer,
Indiana, they're first of the
he's a little heartbroken.
30-second timeout.
He's a little heartbroken from what happened earlier, so I'll give him his chance to have fun.
By the way, Devin is a philanthropist. He does do some really good things, giving away those turkeys to the underprivileged.
Oh, yeah.
Those that are in need in the Detroit area.
300-plus turkeys we're able to give out. Partner with Focus Financial and Greater Metropolitan Youth Sports League. And Juan Mitchell of Black Bottom Media, he recorded the whole thing and got really nice shots. It was fun. You got to love giving back. It was the second year we're doing it. And I heard from a little birdie that in year 3, Tim Brando may make an appearance in Detroit.
Yeah. Well, I figure a turkey to give a turkey. Why not? Invite the guy from Louisiana, that turkey, to help you give out some turkeys.
Come on up to Detroit, come to the cold, and help give out those turkeys.
Yeah. Well, it was quite a treat being back in your home, and I'm sure everybody back in Michigan will be crediting you for helping turn that thing around with the 50 spot last week against Northwestern.
As they should.
Yeah, I heard Gus and Joel talking all about how, they found something in that Northwestern game that we had. Yeah.
They did find something. Yeah. Just in my presence in the meetings and things, just made it all better, right? Davis Warren, I gave him a hug before the game. I said, hey, man, go out there and do your thing. Right. And he went out there, did his thing. And then what happened earlier today was, for a lot of Michigan fans, a glorious occasion. It was Michigan's championship, honestly.
Yep. It reminded me of the win back in '69. I remember watching that game. Ohio State was a prohibitive favorite, and Bill Fleming called that game a Michigan alum. And it wasn't Chris Schenkel that week because everyone thought Ohio State would blow out Michigan, and they went on to win and go to the Rose Bowl and play USC that year. Our crew worked so hard through this holiday weekend to do 2 games for us. And there you see, is that John Anthony handling one of our end zone cameras? Sammer, who took that blow earlier. And we've got a very special group of guys that mean a lot to us. There's Mardani. And they all made the trip with us, and you've got a birthday wish for
Tim,
our crew.
It's cold, and ever since it got cold, we really got this really good cider, right? This cider. It was warm, it was delicious, and it was...
actually helped bring my voice back.
It did.
Much to the chagrin of many on social media.
It was prepared by our ops manager, Jamie Neckerson. It's been outstanding. Happy birthday to you. And thank you for the warm cider. And thank you for Tim.
Yeah.
Because you saved his voice. And even though I didn't get to read all of the promos because your voice came back, I still think it's a good thing.
Yeah, America does too.
Happy birthday, Jamie.
You didn't spike that cider, did you?
I didn't. No, no, Tim, I did not.
And
I don't think Jamie did either. I think it was just delightful, really good, homegrown apple cider.
Because Terry at home is thinking, I lost all this weight. I stopped, imbibing some of that stuff. Leland Smith, the junior of Houston from the Houston program that transferred in, gets out to 5 yards on that particular play. Transfer from Fullerton College out of Houston, Texas. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Quick pitch to Merriweather. Nothing doing. Let's just say they are playing to the echo of the whistle. I think they may have fumbled it. I think they did. Wow. Yep. They picked it back up, and there you go. They're just going to say it's a drop, not a fumble. It is a fumble. I was correct. My original analysis there. That's the 4th turnover committed, and it's Hardy that caused it. That's a big-time hit.
And then the DJ in the stadium plays.
Yep.
They not like us.
Yep.
Just smart. Just really smart.
Jamari Sharp on top of it. Jamari, number 22, playing for the injured Jameer Johnson, who's out for tonight's game. I mean, and at this point, if you're Indiana, you just have to throw up your hands and say, look, you keep putting the ball on the ground, we're going to keep scoring. And that's happened here in the 4th quarter. I mean, Taven's going to run the ball, try to make something happen, and he just did. Taven Jackson ahead for 16.
That's definitely something he can do. He was a dual threat. And look at him put a move on a guy as he goes back to the huddle. He's a guy that's got great mobility to go along with his strong, accurate arm.
So here are my thoughts about what we might see. Devin, I'd like to get your response to this. I think the College Football Playoff Committee is going to isolate Big Ten teams, and especially at large Big Ten teams, okay, depending upon what happens in the title game, which will be Penn State and Oregon, okay? So if there's a chance to pit those teams together, as you see that handoff going straight up the gut to Elijah Green for 11 yards, I think they're going to try to eliminate some of the bulk of Big Ten and SEC teams by having them play one another in opening round games before we get to the bye week, okay? That's what I think.
I think that's something that could happen.
Yep.
That's getting deep in the weeds, though. There, Tim. It's getting deep in the weeds, but I'm not sure.
It's 59-0. It's time to get
we're
deep
already
into the weeds.
in the weeds, huh?
Yeah, it's time to get deep into the weeds.
Well, the snow stopped. How about that?
Oh.
Bet you didn't notice that, huh?
There is no greater depth in the bucket than when it's 59-0. 2-minute timeout saves us from this conversation. So go find your weeds, get deep in it. We'll be back.
Don't sweat the technique, Tim.
That's what I'm talking about.
Don't sweat the technique.
Tomorrow on Fox, 2 of the NFC's best go head-to-head. Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, Justin Jefferson and the Vikes. Or the Bucs battle the Panthers. Other regional action. Check local listings for the game in your area. Only on Fox. I don't think they're going to take a knee, partner.
Oh, no.
I don't. Elijah Green remains the setback. Taven Jackson, the quarterback. Oh, there he goes. And there it is. Touchdown. And they're on their way to Route 66-0. They are officially one fumble away from a 70-burger.
And still no smile from Kurt Signetti. It's a really nice job by Taven Jackson. I'm a better athlete than you are. Racing to the pylon, getting away, a little stiff arm there, and using that speed that made him a top quarterback prospect coming out of high school.
His 3rd touchdown of the season. Well, the only tough thing that's happened is a pulled field goal try by Radicic, his first miss of the year. That's pretty much the only blemish for Signetti's team in a 66-0 rout. And before we get out of here, along the lines, this is our last chance to talk about what's remaining. Our crew, Jake Jolivet, Dustin Dente, all of the folks back in Los Angeles have been a part of what we do. Orange Sales to go along with Josh Franz, and in addition to that, Andrew Wolfie. Magnificent job by all of them all season long.
Especially this weekend.
Big time.
Especially this weekend.
4
teams to prepare for, the travel, all the different things that went into making these 2 broadcasts what they were. I mean, exceptional on all fronts. And I'm just telling you, Josh Franz is so sick of me texting him, getting research on these teams. I know he's happy to have a break after this.
Or an email from Tiffany Brando Cruz saying, Dad's got a problem with his travel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It takes a lot. It takes a village.
Yeah, exactly. Josh has to make those calls in the summer. Hey, Tim, how are those hotels in this or that city?
Yep.
That's tough work. It's tough work.
Yeah, dealing with Tim Brando is tough work, especially when it's about hotels.
Little tips from the tee from Timmy B. There are times when being high maintenance is a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Oh, Brown in a world of hurt. Down he goes again. Great pressure one more time.
Nice job. Number 46, Isaiah Jones, getting his opportunity to get in the game and make some plays.
Those linebackers have been all over the place. And Indiana staff has got to be proud of what they've done. You know, Tino Sunseri, the quarterback's coach, John Miller handles the running backs. And guys on defense, Kurtz and Buda Williams, Ola Adams, got to be proud. Another turnover. A 70-burger is still in play. That's Bryson Bonds, number 24, with the pilfer.
Everybody getting in on the action. And, you know, the old adage, you're a defensive back because you can't catch. Bonds says, I hold my beer, because he goes up with one hand and pulls it down.
Amazing.
Outstanding catch in the cold as he tries to seal this game for his team and go across the field and get that old Oaken bucket.
This is the first shutout over Purdue since 1945. And that was, by the way, the same year that the United States dropped the bomb on Japan. That's going back a ways.
Wait, hold on, Tim. Curt Cignetti just smiled.
Yeah, I guess that means victory formation.
Yep, he just smiled. He's hugging. And like you said, he should be so proud of not only his players, but his staff, everyone that had a part. And how about the fans, right? He called them out, and he said, you guys need to be there, be loud, be in the game early in the season. And they've been here throughout the season and throughout this game, outstanding on all fronts.
I want to go back to our crew for just a moment. Mark Ancliffe also does a great job in Los Angeles. Here in the booth, Scott Alexander, Brett Bender, T. Rich, Terry Richardson, Michael Barshop, our BA, and the guy that gets us everywhere, Mike Vaughn, our technical producer, Rich Rayner, JP, our audio man. There's the handshake, and you know what? It's the kind of handshake that I expected, to be perfectly frank with you.
Yeah.
Shows a lot of class on the part of Ryan Walters. He knows he got a big-time beating. Robert Curame in video, Michael Modani, John Anthony. Many thanks to Stephen Oldfield, Bryce Murphy, Jason Myron, Luther Ellenson, Steve Grant, best videographer in sports television.
The old Oaken bucket.
There it is.
It's back in Bloomington.
Yeah, and congratulations to the Hoosiers. And you, partner, after year number one that you survived, you bailed out the old veteran tonight.
I appreciate you, man. I'm thankful for you, Tim. I'm thankful for you.
Yeah,